Whoa. There you go. Hello. So I have the animals here with me. And they're chilling, but you might hear them snoring a little bit. So, yeah, I've been really sick lately, so I haven't been on. So it's nice to see you guys again. We're just going to be doing some readings, of course, just like always. There's a free list. It's not a list. It's random selection. Okay, so going to be randomly choosing people there. But if you want to donate and get a longer reading, a more in-depth reading, of course, that's an option. And you can look in the description for the information for that. And if you're new, hi. And if you're returning, hi. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm happy to be here today, and I hope that you guys are too. It's been a while. How long has it been? I don't even know if it's been a week, maybe? I don't know, but I've been super sick, so I'm finally starting to like feel better today. So if you guys don't mind, please go ahead and like this video. And like I said, I don't know if you saw the very beginning of this just now, but I was talking about how my animals are around me and they're snoring, so it may be kind of loud, but just know that that's what it is if you hear any snoring. Okay, so I'm going to focus on new subscribers, but also donators, obviously, are going to be taking priority because you're donating. So I'm going to be looking at that first. So, but if you're new, I'm going to be trying to give you a reading as well. So, hi Nicole, hi Xavier, hi Jalissa, hi Pearl, hi Sass, Jenna. Okay. So what is his true feelings towards me? His name is MS. Okay. S-A-S, Sass. MS. What are his true feelings towards me? Okay. He definitely sees an opportunity here for more security. Maybe he thinks you're going to be able to help him get a job, make money, or maybe he just thinks it would be a secure situation between the two of you. There's definitely an opportunity here for security. And so that could be like, you know, that could mean money, or that could mean stability in general, whatever that means for him. But let's look at the other cards and see what they're saying first to kind of get a clearer picture of what that means. Okay. Yeah, so it does seem like there is some kind of like, in a way, it's kind of like greed, because it's like he's wanting something out of this. I don't know if you have money, or if you have a job that he wants, or position he wants, or like some kind of thing where your status makes him look better, or, you know, you're good standing with the community or something. But it seems like it has to do with money or stability in some way, like material items, or, you know, something that he's going to get out of it, like material-wise. So I would, you know, watch for that. But the thing is, you know, there's definitely an opportunity for him to be getting something out of this. So also, somebody's needing to take responsibility for kind of leaving someone out in the dust or neglecting them. So I feel like this is going to be a relationship. If it does become one, it would be one that's like kind of cold and kind of neglecting. But the thing is, it may not become one. I mean, we do have free will. You don't have to allow it to become one. But the thing is, his feelings, I would say, are more like thoughts, you know? He thinks this will be a good idea. He sees it as a good thing, but it's not really about feelings and emotions for him. It's more about like what I'm going to get out of it in the end. So it kind of seems like it's materialistic and kind of greedy, you know, to me personally. Yeah, and then look. That's like someone who's stealing something under your nose. Or it could just mean that he's sneaking something. But I mean, with regarding the, you know, context, I feel like that resonates for sure. It's like he's going to be kind of like underhandedly trying to take things, or maybe even just outright stealing. Trying to take things from you, or trying to hide things. But since we're talking about money and he sees you as an opportunity to make money or have money or material items, then the Seven of Swords stealing definitely makes sense. Okay. So let's see. Leo, can I get a love in general reading? Okay. Mm. Oops. By the way, you guys, this is the Rider-Waite Giant, in case you're wondering. Rider-Waite Giant. Give me this Leo person's love life. Okay, I keep getting these, even the cards that fell out before that I put back, they all have this theme of like, you know, hostility. There's like some kind of like angry or like very like person with anger, or a person with like trying to get back at somebody with vengeance, you know, that I keep seeing here. And then with the Five of Swords, it's like, yeah, there's a person who wants to win at all costs, and it doesn't really matter what the costs are, at all costs, right? So it's like, it really, they're not going to play fair, and they're not going to back down too. When things get a little crazy, they're just going to keep going for it, and you might not be the type to do that. And that would make sense, because that's kind of what they do, is they pick on, you know, the weaker ones. They don't pick on someone their own size. Like I said, it's not fair. It's something that they want to win. So if they know they can win, they're going to go for it, and it's nasty and it's childish and it's really just not a good energy. But this seems like it's more something from the past, because it seems like this is what you're thinking about now instead of like what it is now. It seems like you're thinking of how everything has like come to be what it is now. So it's like you're kind of thinking about all the events and how they've happened, and how you maybe jumped into something too soon, or you are regretting things now that you kind of got yourself into. Maybe it happened very quickly, and then now it's like there's just this anger, or there's this like hostility, or a person who is hostile towards you, or you know, wanting to get revenge for some reason. It just seems like that's their energy of the person that you were dealing with. Maybe it's your energy, but it seems like, you know, your love life, this is talking about something that has happened already, and maybe now you're just thinking about it. You're just kind of going over, you're in your own head about it, and you're thinking like, wow, I kind of regret that, or I did that was way too soon, or whatever it is, you know. You're just kind of like, that happened too fast, that was premature, you know. Like, I did not wait, I did not think it out, I just kind of did, and I just kind of acted on it, and it was not good, and it's not good now. You may have some regrets. Tell me what we see happening for her. Okay, so we do see you having your shit together. So maybe this has kind of created a situation where you're wanting to find more stability in your life, and you're not trying to like look to others for that. You're trying to give it to yourself, which is a good idea. And it seems like you'll be able to do that, you know. The Queen of Pentacles is very independent, and she has her shit together. She is alone, you can see in this card, and so she doesn't need anybody to kind of, you know, give her security. So that's good. I mean, she looks a bit lonely, and that's because she probably is, you know. When we're grinding and working really hard, basically, sometimes we don't really have a social life. So that's all that is, but that's a good thing in my view of the situation. It seems like you're going to be single for a little bit here at least. because you're working on yourself, and that's a good idea. Seems like you're going to get far with that. Like you'll be able to achieve some level of independence and security that you're looking for. And you'll kind of just be able to focus on that. Let's see what else. Okay. So, all right. It's interesting. Now we do have, a connection coming forth. And it's nice because the Two of Cups is obviously kind of the best it gets. I mean, the Ace of Cups is amazing too, but when you have the Two of Cups, it's like somebody who, you really connect with. Somebody you just really, really just click with. And you guys just, you see eye to eye, basically. You see each other and you're at the same level, so that's good. But it kind of seems like you're on this like soul mission, and maybe so are they, and maybe this is when you meet them, is kind of when you guys are both trying to figure yourselves out. Maybe you're like really young or something and still trying to figure yourself out, or maybe not and just trying to figure yourselves out. But the thing is, it is, I would say, based on fairness and equality, and there's some kind of balance here. There's some kind of like fairness, and there's things are different, a lot different than the last relationship, so that's good. But it looks like, not only that, but I feel like with the Eight of Cups here in the middle, it's kind of noting here that you guys are both on this journey of trying to find yourselves, and that's a really important journey that you should try to embrace. And maybe you shouldn't be too focused on other people while you're doing that, because you don't want to have like a codependent relationship type thing. If you're trying to figure yourself out, it's kind of risky to be in a relationship in general. But it seems like this relationship is kind of based on the two of you both going through that at the same time, or something similar, an experience like that. So it kind of seems like you guys are at the same level with that. And I don't really see anything negative as of right now. So hopefully, hopefully nothing too negative will be coming out. Because of course, at some point, there's going to be something you don't like about the person. But as for right now, I just don't see it really being a bad connection. So, I mean, go for it if you need to, or if you feel like doing that. I don't see any reason not to. It seems like a good connection. Okay. And yes, Paige, I did see your donation. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get ready to do your question. Go ahead and post for me, please, and I'll get started on yours. Hi, Jolandra. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Candace. Moo cat. Okay, the rest of May for Paige. He's so cute the way he lays. He just lays like, kind of funny. Okay, so the rest of May for Paige. Paige, did we want to look at generally, or did you have like certain questions? Because to go ahead and like put out the topic, because I want to focus on that instead of just all together all over. But if you have no idea what to expect, you're just kind of like whatever, then I'll do a general for you. But I feel like if you have a certain thing in mind that you want to look at, love. Okay. All right. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, because I just want to like cut time and not have to like, waste yours or mine. Like focusing on like something that you don't even want to know about. So, of course, there's many things to know. So tell me about her love life for the rest of May. Tell me about her love life for the rest of May. Tell me about Paige's love life for the rest of May. See if you can connect with her. Tell me about Paige's love life for the rest of May. Oh, again. So Two of Cups here. Lover. But if it is, I feel like this is not what you were expecting to hear. So hang on a second. Let me see what else there is here, because there's more to this story for sure. I mean, of course, but there's definitely more to this than meets the eye of the Two of Cups. It's not just like all. There's more. So let's see. Tell me what this Two of Cups represents for the rest of May for Paige regarding her love life. Right when I said that, of course, the Seven of Swords is here. So somebody, with the Hanged Man though, I feel like somebody could be hiding their feelings, or somebody could be waiting around for someone else to kind of like initiate or express their feelings, and somebody's not doing that. So obviously, that could be what the Seven of Swords is. Maybe it's not so like negative as to say like somebody's stealing or hiding something from you. They are hiding something, but what it is their emotions, their feelings for you. It could be you to them. But basically there is this level of like somebody's holding back here, and somebody else is like, whoever's holding back, the other person is like waiting for the person. So it's like they're just hanging there kind of waiting, and both are not taking action, both are not initiating. So that could be why this kind of felt like it wasn't expected from you or something. So yeah, so let's see. I don't know if it's an X or not yet, but it seems like one person would be waiting for the other person to take action, and it could even be like both of you guys are doing that, and that's why it's not happening. But let's see what else we can get from this. Tell me, so I feel like somebody's not opening up about how they feel. Could be both of you who aren't opening up about how you feel, and you're kind of waiting for the other person to do that. Can we get the sign of this person, if that's possible? Can we get the sign of this person, if that's possible? It seems like there was a connection that was very strong at one point, or it would be that there is going to be. But the thing is, you know, why would you be waiting if this hasn't happened yet? You know, it's like you already know that this is going to be a good connection, but you're waiting for the person to take action, and you said you're single. So it could be somebody from the past, but I would feel like you guys are not on bad terms in that case. You know, it's kind of like, I mean, not necessarily so, but it seems like if you're waiting for someone, it was really good at one point. So it would seem like maybe it just got cut off early and it just never became anything, but it never ended badly. Okay, so let's see. Can we get this? Okay, we got the Ten of Swords that flew out. So maybe it was something that ended badly, but there's still that hope, or there's still that remembering, or there's still that memory of this, you know? So it's kind of like maybe you guys aren't looking at all the bad things and you're just looking at the good things. This could be one of you, and then somebody's waiting for the other person to kind of take action while hiding how they feel. And it could go both ways again, but it seems like there was some kind of betrayal here at some point. Is this past or current or future energy here? I don't even know what card would tell me that, but let's look and see if we can find out. You know, there's like a good feeling there. It's like a balance, and it's kind of like a current life feeling, but you said you're single, so. You said it ended unexpectedly. Is there any Sag that you can recall from your past, or current or future? Well, obviously not future if you haven't met them yet, but. Okay, tell me what else we need to know about this situation for her. The sun's coming out. Okay, so something is being realized, or something is being made clear, or something's being brought to light. So I think we're focusing too much on trying to identify this person now, so it's kind of getting a little confusing. But the thing is, I'm just going to focus on like, what do we need to know? And basically what you need to know is that something is going to be coming out. It could be something that was in the excuse me, something that was in the dark before, something you just weren't aware of, maybe by denial, maybe by just you simply didn't know. And now it's like in the light, so it's like you really can't not know. It's kind of obvious. It's just right there out in the open, and you can't deny it. So the sun could also represent something where it's like it's a feeling that it's kind of like, you know, you're supposed to be here in this place, like it just feels good, it just feels right. So if this is a person you haven't met yet, then that's what we could say is that. But the thing that I'm worried about is, you know, the Ten of Swords. I'm worried about the Ten of Swords happening. Like, if this hasn't happened yet, if you were recently fucked over by somebody, it could be a past person. But if you weren't, like you said, it ended unexpectedly, but I mean, if they didn't fuck you over, then that's not Ten of Swords, you know what I mean? So this could be something that happens, but it could be something that feels really good. That's the thing. Like, you wouldn't really have noticed. You wouldn't really be thinking like that's the way it would go. So, and you could be waiting for this person. You're waiting maybe for a connection that feels good, or maybe this is the last connection you had, but it seems like you're waiting and somebody's not taking action. So maybe it's you that's not taking action too. Like, you got to put yourself out there, you know? You can't just be like holding back and waiting for somebody to initiate. That might never happen. I mean, I'm sure at some point it will, but I mean, you can't just wait around forever and expect it to happen. You know, you got to put yourself out there too. Sometimes you have to initiate yourself, so. All right, let's see what else we can get. Queen of Wands, actually. So it seems like it's kind of a time that you can go your own way, and that would be okay. That would be kind of a good thing, you know, if you could, like, just do whatever you really need to do. Like, if anything is stopping you from doing what you need to do right now, it's not for you. Like, it's, and you're gonna know that, because the Queen of Wands is like, I don't care what you're doing, like, I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing for you, this is what I'm doing. So if you don't want to be part of that, then, like, bye, you know, because basically I'm going to do it anyway. And if you don't like that, then that's obviously, that's your problem, you know, because I'm going now, you know? So it's like, if you are holding yourself back from doing things that you want to do, it's not for you. So don't be doing that. Like this whole waiting around for somebody, it's not for you, because that's not the Queen of Wands energy at all. That's not you being able to do something for yourself. That's like you waiting for somebody else as if they control your life. So that's no good. So let's try to veer away from that. Maybe you should just veer away from all people, like all relationships, I mean. Because the Queen of Wands isn't waiting around for anybody. It's a very independent energy, very, you know, she knows what she wants, she knows what she needs. She doesn't, she really, it's not even that she doesn't care. It's just she's not going to be bothered with it, what anyone thinks. So she has goals and she's going to go and meet them, regardless of what other people say or think or feel. So I feel like that's you, kind of trying to have this more independent energy here. So that's the message I'm getting to for you, is that, like, if anything feels restricting or anything feels like you have to put something on the back burner, or you have to, like, do anything that you're not trying to do, or do something against what you're trying to do, or, like, hold yourself back, then it's not for you. Like, that's what you need to know. Anything else you wanted to know for the rest of May, please? Anything else you wanted to know for the rest of May? Anything you wanted to know for the rest of May? So it seems like there will be a person that either comes in or somebody that you maybe rekindle things with. But either way, like I said before, it seems like the Ten of Swords is going to end badly, or it already did, and now you're just waiting around. Like I said, don't be waiting around like that. It's not, you know, it's not something that's going to be for you if you have to do that. Here we do see that the rest of May, what it wants to tell you is, like, think before you act, because it seems like you're not going to. It's really not saying that. What it's really saying is you're going to act before you think and maybe regret it later. So my advice to you is to, like, not do that. You know, this is like young fire. This is fire that is not contained. This is, you know, he's just going for it and he's not even thinking about it. And it's like, obviously, you can see why there would be some regrets possibly with that later on. So try to think things through for the rest of May. You know, like, really think things through. It's going to be important for you. We got Temperance again. We have a lot of fire in this reading. So Aries, Leo, Sag, but we got Sag twice. So I feel like, you know, if it's not talking about a Sag, then it's talking about the harmony and the balance that you're trying to obtain. Also with the Queen of Wands, that's, like, perfect, because she's trying to do what she wants to do. Well, she's not trying. She is doing what she wants to do. And there's no one that can really stop her from doing that, because she just knows that that's what she needs to do. She's very independent, and it's not even a second thought. So it's not even really like this is a contemplation. It's just like that's what it is. And that's awesome to have, you know, all that balance and harmony to go along with it. the thing is, you know, you do have this energy here of somebody who wants to win at all costs. Again, Five of Swords, like the last reading. It's like a really nasty energy of like kind of like a bully or somebody who wants to just like pick on people or just kind of like, it's really nasty. And, you know, along with this Queen of Cups, I feel like this is a person you're dealing with is kind of like you're going to be heading more towards this energy if you do this, if you take this action too soon. Like you're going to go for it all the way. Don't do that. You know, you don't have to do that yet. Just like take it slow. It seems like you're going to kind of jump into something and you need to think about it first and just consider it first because you don't even know the person. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? Because it seems like it's going to end up being, like, if this is something, you said it ended unexpectedly, maybe the person's bitter about that, or maybe you're bitter about that. But, you know, there's somebody who's, like, trying to take action, trying to, like, get revenge or, like, win, basically. They're trying to win. So it's, like, that's a really ugly thing in a relationship. It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be competition like that. But we do have somebody who's very caring, too. So I feel like that's your energy. You know, along with this, you're just trying to find this, like, your independence and your harmony and shit, and then you have this whole thing in the background that's, like, trying to bring you down. Don't go towards that energy if you can help it, you know? I know it seems like it's great at first, but you don't need to be with somebody to be feeling great, you know? And I feel like that's kind of the thing, too, is, you know, you need to know that you can go your own way, literally, and not have to have anyone with you. So, like I said, you know, the best way to look at this is, like, just do what you need to do. Don't be focused on, you know, other people and what they want for you. It's kind of your life, so you need to focus on that. And at the same time, you know, don't be feeling restricted. Don't be allowing people to restrict you, because it is something that you would be allowing, you know? It's your life, so you kind of have to take action. You kind of have to control your situation like that. So don't let other people matter like that, you know? Don't let other people get in the way. It already seems like you would know that, though. It seems like you kind of aren't going to let that happen. Like, you don't want that for yourself, and you would know immediately when somebody's like that and they're restricting you, you know? Because the Queen of Wands is, like, very much independent, and she already knows kind of what she wants, and if anyone's going to get in the way of that, it's like, not for me. Not for you, though. Okay. Okay. Let me see what I can get from this. Yep, okay. Okay, yeah, I did get yours. And thank you, by the way. So, you wanted to know. My question is, me and Aquarius are friends, but wondering how he feels about the connection. Does he know I like him more than a friend? Okay. So let's see how this Aquarius feels about you. If he knows how your feelings are towards him. How does he feel about you, first of all? What's his energy towards you? Can we get that, please? Can we get this Aquarius person's energy towards Rolandra? Why does this card keep coming out? Temperance again. So, Sagittarius, or it's just talking about basically they see you as a balancing, harmonizing, like you're a good energy to them. You bring happiness, you bring light, you know, basically you bring harmony to the situation. So it might be more pleasant to have you around than not for them now. Let's see what else. Which is a great thing, by the way, for somebody to feel about you. Whether or not it's romantic, I mean, that's a really great thing. It's like, oh, thank you. I'm the light of your day. Like, wow. That kind of seems like that's, like, what they're feeling, you know? Or, like, you're just definitely a part of it, you know? What else does Aquarius person feel? What do you need us to know about how they feel about her? Okay. Yeah, I definitely think that they're wanting some kind of like beginning. They want some kind of like start. They see you as a new beginning, as a new good beginning, as a new like harmonious, I should say. Harmonious beginning. Like it's a good vibe there. Definitely. And I would say that they're definitely thinking about like, you know, this is a new start for them and you. Like it's a good thing. They want it to start. They want it to begin. They want the birth of it to become. So, I mean, it could be a friendship or a relationship, but probably more romantically related. But let's see. Is this romantic, or, you know, what are they wanting out of this? What do they want the Emperor? What do they want to start? Also, be careful with pregnancy. Not saying anything, not, you know, just throwing it out there, because the Empress a lot of times means pregnancy. But, of course, it doesn't always mean that. But I'm just letting you know, be careful with that, because it could happen. Of course, it always could, but since it's here, I just want to bring that to your attention. Oh, sorry, Chip. Okay, tell me what this Empress is here for. What does he want as the outcome? Like, what does he want to begin? What does he want it to be here? Okay. Okay. I did see Queen of Cups in the beginning. That's interesting. So this is kind of odd, but... So, he might have had a relationship recently that he got out of, or maybe he's still dealing with heartbreak in some way, or loss. But basically, like, it's a situation where he feels kind of like you could heal him, or help him to heal, or just mend his heart, which is a lot to put on a person. But, I mean, the Three of Swords is here, so it's kind of like, why would he want this? But really, with the Nine of Pentacles, it's kind of like this woman here, she has her shit together, and she's also tending to this garden around her, and she's also tending to the bird. So it's like she has her shit together, but she's not greedy. She's not like stingy. She's not closed off. She's willing to offer what she has and help out and take care of things that need help taken care of, being taken care of. So it's kind of like he's seeing you as a person who can maybe help him or heal him, maybe. You know, like just your presence being around you. Again, like I said, it's very pleasant, you know. And it just feels good, and it just feels like things are balanced, and things are harmonious, and things are, you know, just happy, you know, just positive. So maybe his ex was very negative, or, you know, and you're just kind of like a breath of fresh air to him. So for some reason, you know, this broken heart, or loss, maybe it's not romantically related, but it's pain in the heart, you know, it's sadness, and it could have definitely been romantically related, but if it wasn't, then that's fine. It's just basically saying like he has a sadness, and he's seeing you as kind of like this person who's like stable more, and able to kind of like maybe guide him through, or help him through, or, you know, offer a hand, or kind of just be there for him. So it's, again, it could be just a friend, but I don't really, you know, do you guys really do? I mean, I'm sure they do that, but it's just like, to me, it kind of does feel more romantic than a friend. Like, for some reason, he just feels like your energies are really great to have around. And he wants it to stay around, you know? Does he know you feel that way about him? Tell me if he knows about how she feels. Tell me about that, please. What does he think she feels for him? Yes, he did say I'm his highlight of the day. That is so funny. So I guess it's true. Okay, so what does he think she feels for him? Wow, and you just said this too. You said he's been through a lot in life. So he thinks that you see him as a person who is kind of wounded a bit, worried a bit, you know, like maybe you're a bit, like maybe you're a lot more relaxed, or you're a lot more like just, you know, be positive, you know, keep your head up and go with the flow, and just kind of like you're not like worried sick all the time. Maybe he kind of is, or he feels like that's how you see him. So maybe you're giving him advice a lot or something, to where he feels like you would look at him as if he needs, like, as if he is wounded, you know, in some way. So maybe he's feeling like that's how you see him, or maybe that's how he feels like that's what he's coming off as. But you know, because he has been wounded. This card here in the middle, he has a bandage on his head. So this worry and this fear is not just paranoia, you know, it actually is because he's been hurt. So and you see him as, you know, hardworking and just like dedicated, basically not giving up and just going through things, even though he's been through a lot in life. You know, this is kind of like not being able to let something go, you know, wanting to have new experiences and putting that foot forward and really trying, but also being firmly stuck in the past with this foot. And then the sword here, it's like this defensiveness, you know, because it hurts and it's personal. So it seems like you understand that pretty well, though, and I think he knows that, but I don't know if he's aware if it's romantic or what it is. I mean, I'm sure he's not an idiot, but if he's told you you're the light of his day, then he probably is aware. But let's see if we can get anything about your feelings. I don't want him to know I'm attracted to him more than a friend. Yes, so true. I'm always trying to be positive towards him and encourage him so he doesn't know I'm attracted to him. Okay, yeah, we're going to find out right now. Oh, yeah, attracted. That's a good way to put it. Because I was like, feelings like other than friendship. Let's see. Tell me if he knows about cards were all flipped around. Okay. Does he know her feelings are of a romantic nature towards him? What does he think about her and how she feels about him? Maybe he feels like he comes off as unreliable in your view of things. Like he thinks that you see him as flighty, like not to trust or not to actually give yourself to. Like you wouldn't want to just give yourself to somebody you know is like gonna just not take it seriously. But at the same time, like wanting to be able to prove that, like waiting, like, cause you're still there. So even if you felt that way, like he's kind of a player or something with other people or the people he dates or whatever, however you see it, he thinks that he's coming off as somebody who's unreliable, but at the same time, you're gonna wait. You want him to like prove that wrong or something. You want him to like not be that, even though you might feel like he is that. Maybe you don't feel like that, but that's kind of what he thinks is that you're feeling. Did you say it was a Capricorn person? Or was that the person before you? I think that was the person before you, actually. Yeah, you said he's an Aquarius. Okay, so we have Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. So let's see. We have a few things here. So you're kind of like seeing him, well, he thinks you see him as unreliable, but also like you'll wait, or he'll wait, like he'll be there, like it's not gonna, like not going anywhere, like it wouldn't, like if you went all the way through it and got into it and got together, it would be like, oh my god, that's so funny. You're Virgo, he's Aquarius, that's hilarious. So maybe you think like, or he thinks that you see him as like unreliable, but at the same time, like you don't see him going anywhere, so it's kind of like, but once you do break that barrier and be together, then it will all like ruin everything, kind of, is what he thinks you're seeing it as. Like you don't want to like push too far into it, you want to keep it how it is because you don't want it to be ruined. And so okay. Yeah, there's something that's kind of like not seen clearly, but he thinks that like his reliability is questioned by you. Like he doesn't think that he comes off as reliable or stable to you, even if you feel like he is, or I don't know how you feel exactly, if you agree with that, but that's what he thinks. So it kind of seems like he doesn't think that you would give him a chance or something, but at the same time, like you are kind of like playing with it, you know, like you're there, but you're not going to give yourself all the way. You're very reserved, and so that makes sense for Virgo, but basically like he doesn't know if he can get past that friendship thing because of how reserved, or how you don't see him as reliable. So who knows, maybe he'll try to turn that around, maybe not, but he just, I think maybe he doesn't see that yet. No, I don't think he does know. Or he thinks that like if they're like you, if he thinks that you have feelings, then he thinks that he's not going to get anywhere with it because he's not enough for you, basically. So yeah, you guys have a lot of differing things that you, like you have a lot of differences, you know? So I think he questions like how it would even work, but mostly I think he just doesn't really know that he's good enough for you, or he thinks that you don't see him as worth your time in that way, you know? Like he doesn't think he can get further than it's gone, you know, as friends. He doesn't think he can get further. He thinks you see him as unreliable. So makes sense. So I don't know, I mean, even if he feels like you are attracted to him, he doesn't see, it doesn't matter because he knows that he's not good enough or something, you know? He knows that like you need something like more reliable or better. So yeah. Wow. So resonated pretty well then, huh? Nice. Okay. Tatiana, what's P, Leo, his current intentions towards me, Aries? Oh, shit. Fire! Okay. So let's see what this Leo's intentions are toward you. Leo person's intentions toward this Aries person. Can you guys, if you're here, can you go ahead and like this video, please? Just really quick. It just takes a second, and it helps me out a lot. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. Just go ahead and like. All right, so what does this Leo person have intending? What are their intentions with you, Aries? Wow. Well, that's good. I mean, that's, wow, you never see that anymore. Oh. One of you, or both, but one of you I feel like is in a relationship or was recently, or broke up to be together, or broke up when you met, or broke up, you know, because of you meeting the other person, or wanting to, something regarding the other person. You know, there is a third here. And it could have been a marriage too, because there is this, the Hierophant, unless it's a Taurus person, I have Aries as well and Scorpio. And at first we see, you know, this very caring King of Cups, you know, somebody who's very genuinely concerned and cares for you, but also the Emperor, so it's like a stand-up person who takes responsibility, has priorities, takes care of them, oversees a lot, and has to, you know, handle a lot. And for the most part, you know, here it seems like he does do that. Instead of like somebody who has responsibilities and doesn't take care of them, it seems like he's more of that person that has those and takes care of them. And then, but we do see a drastic change here, or an ending regarding the Hierophant, which would be a marriage or a commitment of some kind. Maybe it wasn't marriage, but it was a commitment of some kind. So, and then we have the Three of Pentacles, so it's a third party thing. Yeah, I definitely think this changed things. You guys met, and he may have broken it off with somebody he was with, or maybe they broke it off with him for some reason, but I feel like he did it. Broke off a commitment that he had. Or maybe it was just the drastic change, and now there's the three of you, and you are unaware of that, possibly, but, because there is three here, so I mean, if you broke it off, it wouldn't be three, it'd be just two, you and him. But since there's a third here, let's see what else we can get from this. What is the Death card here for? Is this a change or an ending? Ace of, yeah, yep. See, told you. This was a new love situation that changed things, or made an ending happen for him. But basically somebody offering a connection, the early stages of one, with the Page of Cups, and also the Ace of Swords is like opportunities for communication, and just kind of like communication all the way, but opportunities for it. So a new communication, like you guys speaking, or maybe him having that conversation with his partner that he already had, or whatever. You know, there's going to be opportunities for that. And so this opportunity came, and now he's interested, and the opportunities come for him to speak with his commitment that he already had, and I don't know if he decided to do that or not. It seems kind of like he didn't because of this third party. We'll clarify this too. But definitely seems like things changed when you guys met or started talking. If you've known each other already, then it's like when you started talking, there was communication and there was conversation that happened that like changed things. Like, oh shit, wait, I'm feeling something for this person. Now I gotta change my whole shit up because I don't know if I want to lose this one. It's a good feeling. But, so let's see what this Three of Pentacles is here for. What's the Three of Pentacles here for? Yeah, so looks like you're a third party. And it looks like they're not being honest about it. So it seems, you know, I'd just be careful because somebody's getting fucked over, and unexpectedly so. It could be you who ends up getting fucked over, and it could be both of you who end up getting fucked over. I would just say be careful. Whenever there's a third anything, it's like they got to figure that out first, you know? And that seems obvious, but really, I mean, I get it. When you have feelings, sometimes you feel like they're uncontrollable, but I mean, do the right thing, you know? Not judging, I'm just saying, like, it's just best for everybody in the end if you just, you know, be clear from the beginning. So, but it seems like that's not the case here. So just be careful with that. There is seemingly a third person involved, and it could end badly here with the Ten of Swords. I just don't see that being good for anybody to keep it, like, hidden. So hopefully it comes out soon or is resolved soon. but I don't think that they intend on having it come out. I mean, the intention here seems to be to just go on the way it is and just kind of like not have to deal with it. And that's obviously going to end in somebody getting hurt here, so, and somebody getting unexpectedly fucked over too. Or maybe a few people getting unexpectedly fucked over. Which is not good. It doesn't feel good, so. I'm just looking at all your guys' questions, trying to figure out which one to do. Oh, wow. Jesus. Whew. Okay, continuing. So what do the cards need you to know? You're sad, and what do the cards need you to know? What do you want her to know? What do you want this Sagittarius to know? Her name is What do you want her to know? What do you need her to know now? Something that happened very quickly, or something that is going to happen really quick, or maybe it's you who's really trying to like push it and rush it, you know, like you're just like trying to make it happen like yesterday, and it's like slow down because it seems like you're headed right for something that's not going to be favorable for you. So whatever this is talking about, you know, you probably already have an idea of what it is. If not, keep this in mind as you do things, or as you desire things, or you're trying to make things, you know, happen in your life. It seems like whatever you're doing, just don't rush things. Don't push things too fast or too soon, because it's going to end in, you know, basically you kind of grieving something or having to go through something. So basically, this could also be saying like you're trying to make things happen. You're trying to like heal quicker than it's going to be, you know, like you need to just allow yourself to heal to get the best result from that. Other than that, you know, when you face things or when you try to go for things, try to just let them happen. Like, don't push them too fast. Don't try to make things happen, like, before their time. Like, let it happen, because it's gonna be better for you that way. Seems like there's something that you're gonna try to push, though, like, really fast. You're gonna try to just make it happen, and it's gonna be something that you're having to deal with later. Like, you have to, like, either you are trying to like push your healing, maybe you're trying to heal from something, you're trying to push that way too soon, and it's like, give yourself time, you know, give yourself time, and all your cups will be full because you'll be healed. But if you try to push this healing, you try to rush it, it's like, good luck. I mean, you're not going to heal, and you're just going to be distracting yourself with other things, which is probably why this 8 of Cups fell out, because you're trying to like focus on external things, you know, to distract yourself. And it's not going to work, you know? Basically, just allow yourself to heal. You need to heal. I see times of, like, crying and, like, really just going through it. But the thing is, like, you need to do that. You can't avoid that forever. You can try, but it's not going to lead you to that 9 of Cups where all your cups are filled. You know, you're not going to get there. You're trying to rush that. You can't rush that and have it be genuine, you know? Also, when people ask questions like that, like just what do you want me to know, cards or whatever, I like to use a Chakra Wisdom Oracle, so I'm going to do that for you really quick. The Chakra Wisdom Oracle is an amazing deck. I love this deck. It's always accurate, always, every single time. It's like, it just hits home with like a few different areas that I couldn't just cover with one reading, you know? And it kind of just goes all together, and it's really cool. Like, the way it speaks to people is awesome. The way it just connects with people, it's always my favorite. So let's do that for you, since you're needing a message. Tell me what Grace's message is here today. What do you want her to know? What do you need her to know? What do you need Grace 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 to know? She's a Sag. What do you need Grace to know? There it is. Enlightenment. So even like it goes already with what we were saying before with how you need to heal and stuff, because enlightenment, that's what comes, and wisdom and all of that. But I mean, like, you know, healing, and then being enlightened, like understanding this happened for a reason, and now I know this, and now I'm better off because of that, you know? So basically, there's that, but there's also another message. So first I'm going to read to you, it's a yellow chakra. Here, I'm going to have you look at it for a second just to see what your card is. Enlightenment. So it's a yellow chakra, as you can see. Now yellow is explore your thought processes, okay? So like we said, you're trying to rush something. You want something to just happen. Like you're just thinking about like, I want to be healed already, or I want something to take place, or I want this to just move already and happen. And it's like too soon. Like don't push things. So this is your thoughts though. So overall expression is intellectual. Keywords are creative, intellect, precise, cooperative, reasonable, innovation, originality, wisdom, and instinct. So your manifesting intention, or the manifesting intention of the yellow chakra. The yellow cards of the third chakra, the solar plexus chakra, reveal our planning processes. Do we have a logical or a scattered approach? Because they represent thinking and problem solving, yellow cards reveal our ability to resolve issues. In essence, they show what's on our mind. Okay, so we already saw that part. In yellow, we turn on the lights and let the spirits know we're home. If we don't let them know we're there, they cannot bring us our desires. Ultimately, the third chakra relates to our instinct and to how our life is directed by it. When we can see how our instinct guides our thoughts, we will understand why we do what we do. Wow. And when it relates to our emotions, instinct is frequently the first thing that gets shut down. Remember what I said? Look to the previous chakra, the second chakra in this case, if you feel blocked. So every decision we have ever made is made in a flash, to move forward or to stop. There is a moment, a split second, in which we decide. In this chakra, you decide if you will allow magic into your life. So it's kind of like connecting with yourself and making sure you know like why you think what you think, because what we think is kind of what makes us do what we do. People think like emotions come first, but really it's thoughts. So if you can control your thoughts, you can control your emotion. I mean, you can't control how you feel, that just is, but if you can control your thoughts, then you can kind of redirect yourself. So if you don't even know what you're thinking and feeling inside, it's like, it's hard to connect and it's hard to give you what you want from your spirit guides or whatever you believe in, because you don't even know what that is. You're not even connecting with yourself. You're just like scattered, right? So I think we could probably say you're like the scattered approach type. It kind of seems that way to me, just in this reading. But so let's look at enlightenment. So yellow cards at a glance, topaz. The opportunity to make an enlightened decision is inherent in topaz. A journey to true destiny is the vibrational energy here. Regal gold and earthy brown mix to create something spectacular. Your experience will guide others. Wow. Okay, so let's see. Enlightenment. If I seek peace, I must embrace my fears. Okay, that's another way to look at it. So the legend. Topaz is a renowned spiritual teacher. People travel to hear his wisdom. He is journeying up a mountain to seek private counsel with the great servant when a young boy stops him. The boy asks, if enlightenment is to be found in my own mind, how do I get there? This little boy is pretty smart. The moment before he disappears into the mist, Topaz replies, through your fears. So you gotta find your fears, I guess. You know, you gotta face those things and know what they are. Resolve them. You know, don't run from them. Don't avoid them. Like for you in this case, I feel like it's kind of like a fear of yours to kind of like actually dive into your healing because it's scary, you know, and it's kind of uncomfortable. So, but you have to do that at some point to really resolve the problem, or problems. So, okay. So through your fears, right? The inspiration is at this time, your journey is more important than your destination. Remember, if you face your fear, you will grow stronger. Relief awaits. Okay, so same thing. you know. This is for you to ask yourself now. Your personal inquiry is, my thoughts always drive my choices. How can I use my thoughts to heal myself? So daily affirmations, I mean, just like giving yourself that uplifting spirit that you need, you know, just every day, just, you know, people think self-affirmations are like, you know, retarded, but really it's a big deal to like kind of control, like getting yourself going and getting yourself ready for the day. Like, you know what, fuck that, I'm gonna do this. I'm good, I got this, you know, I'm good. Just be there for yourself, you know, and give yourself that lift you need, so you can get through the day, you know, and you don't need to feel all burdened. So especially right now for you, because you need to heal. So obviously some shit is going on in your mind, and it's not always positive. Okay, so key ideas here are path to enlightenment, the reluctant sage, taking time alone to connect, trusting your intuition, needing solitude, and time for reflection, okay? The keywords are support, courage, and confidence. Now at the end here we have a meditation for you. It says, write down 3 fears, then close your eyes. Imagine these fears staying with you always. Then imagine them, one by one, walking in faith alongside you. Stride through the garden of fear and allow them to stay behind. What is more painful, keeping your fears or releasing them? The choice is yours. Okay? I like that one. That's cool. Just in case you want to read that. So, enlightenment. Yeah. Did that resonate for you? I think it did with your reading. I think it resonated very well. But, I mean, it's your reading, so let me know how you feel about that. But yeah, definitely that went along with what we were seeing in the tarot. So heal, bitch. No, it's time for you to think about things in a deeper way instead of running, you know? So I see somebody. Good luck to you, by the way. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Yep, got it. Okay. Thank you, by the way. So let's look at your question, Ibrahim. I need to replay, though, because my internet messed up a bit. Oh, Grace. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, okay, yeah, definitely go back and look at that, because it's good stuff. Oh, thank you. That's nice. Thanks, Grace. Yeah, Ibrahim. Hopefully I'm saying that right. You know me, my vowels are kind of fucked. But, yeah, you can ask about a person. Go ahead. What are M's what are M's feelings towards me both? What are M's feelings towards me? Are you saying you're gay? I don't get what you're asking. Is that what you mean? He, him? I'm not exactly sure. So let me know so I'm not getting that mistaken. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I was like, okay, cool. Okay, so how does M feel about you? What are M's feelings towards me? Yeah. Okay. What are M's feelings? I should get my love deck. Well, it's not really there for feelings. I mean, it's more there for, like, if there's anything left in a relationship. So let's just look at what their feelings are. With the tarot. I thought I dropped a card. Okay. What are M's feelings for you, okay? What are M's feelings for you, toward you? What are M's feelings towards Abraham? Cool name, by the way. I kind of like it. I mean, it's like different. Well, for me, it's different. I don't know if it's like, you're like, no, that name's pretty common. But to me, it's different. It's kind of cool. Okay. So, what are M's feelings? What are M's feelings? Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, but we also have the Devil here. So at first, this is what I got. This one flipped over by itself in the beginning. I didn't look at it yet, and I wasn't even going to regard it as important. I was going to put it back. But then I decided to look at it. So, I mean, it's definitely going to have to relate now because it's an ace, and it's an Ace of Cups. So it's important, and it kind of throws me off a bit, though, because the first two I got here were the Ace of Pentacles and the Devil. So it kind of like makes me think that there is some kind of like, there's some kind of like, stick around, Tiffany. I'll get you after this one, okay? But I mean, if you gotta go, you gotta go. But have a good day if you do have to go, you know. Seems to me like there is some kind of like, they're seeing that there's some kind of like, there's something they can gain from this, and it's probably material, you know. It's probably like money or something that provides security to them. It could be a material item, but again, it's an opportunity. So they're seeing you kind of as an opportunity for sure. So that could be a good or bad thing. I mean, we see if it's like opportunity for a secure thing, great. If it's an opportunity for like, you know, material items and just stuff and everything, I mean, obviously not great. And the Devil here, I kind of feel like it's something that's toxic a bit. It's something that kind of like is negative more. It's kind of like more on the like, you know, things that are more like toxic, like greed or like, you know, just wanting to get something out of it instead of like actually being about love. But this could actually turn into a relationship because we do have the opportunity for a relationship here. But again, with these two first cards, I feel like it's kind of getting off to a bad start here. I hate to say, but let's see what else we can get from this. The Devil. Okay. Damn. These two flew out right now. So the Devil clarified is the Hanged Man and the Virgo card. It could be, also we have Capricorn here. The Devil is Capricorn as well. So, but it doesn't have to mean that there's a Capricorn or a Virgo, but there could be, you know, so I'm just putting it out there for you because that's what those cards mean too. So, but yeah, if there's not, that's fine. It's just basically saying, so here for clarifying the Devil, it's the Hanged Man and the Hermit. So it's like you're going to need to do some real considering of the situation, like real thinking, real reflecting, you know, because, but that's good, you know. I feel like before you jump into anything, and maybe since we're asking about their feelings, that's kind of where they're at, is that they're not really jumping into anything. They're waiting for more information first. And that's what the Hanged Man represents, is kind of somebody who's waiting for more information before they take action. So it's like before they have a green light, you know, they don't have the green light yet. They're kind of waiting to be enlightened. They want to know more so that they can feel confident about the decision that they make. So I feel like maybe they're trying to feel you out right now, you know, and they kind of see it as like, this could be a good opportunity, but it could also be toxic. Like, so maybe we're not looking at material items. Maybe we're saying this could be an opportunity for security. Like, I feel like this could be a good relationship, but at the same time, I see how it could go sour real quick. You know, like maybe you guys have like things that you really just get along about, you're really passionate about, but then like you have these times where you're just kind of like not feeling each other, and things are just like for dumb reasons, or just, you know, it seems like dumb, or it seems like, why are we fighting right now? Or like they just rub me the wrong way, and you just can't really put your finger on it. So, you know, and there is also opportunity for a relationship. So I feel like, you know, I feel like it's just the clash that you guys kind of have sometimes that kind of feels like, should I go there? Like, I don't know. It seems like it could go sour real quick, you know, like I don't want to jump into something if like it's not going to be a good thing for me, and if I'm going to like wish I didn't, you know? So I think right now they're really trying to feel you out. Like they haven't decided yet. You know, they're kind of just observing, or they're kind of just like, it's not even like observing you. They're more thinking in their own mind. They're doing this solitude, this alone time, this like trying to figure out what they feel about it. So I think they're interested, because they wouldn't be having all these troubling feelings and, you know, conversations with themselves and this self-reflection if they didn't, you know. So I mean, I feel like they're definitely interested. But right now they're just unsure about how to approach it, or if they even want to. I think it's still the beginning stages of that. So just sit tight, you know, hang in there. Don't try to push anything. Don't try to rush anything. Just be you. And hopefully that works out, you know. There is an opportunity for love there. There's the Ace of Cups. So there is an opportunity for that to happen. You guys will have that opportunity to make that happen. Now, will you? Of course, we have free will. So you can choose to or not. And then you can choose to accept the offer, or they can choose to accept your offer or not. So, you know, it's going to be up to you guys, but there will be an opportunity for that to happen. Right now, they're just taking the stance of like trying to figure out how they feel about it and if they want to proceed forward with it. So, good luck to you. And don't try to rush anything, you know, because that's never good. It always ends badly that way. I mean, not always, but come on, usually, right? Most of the time. You're welcome, of course. Tiffany, are you still here? Probably not. She probably dipped out real quick. She's like, I'm leaving. All right, Tiffany. Well, if you're here, let me know, and I'll get your question answered. But if you're not, then we're gonna move forward. Let me go turn off the air really quick. It is freezing in here. Be right back. 2 seconds. Oh my goodness, it's so cold in here. Okay. Freezing. Okay. All right. It's like a blanket. Okay. All right. So let's see who else now. My nose is like running. It's so freezing. It's like crazy cold in here. Kira, I am picking randomly the free questions, and if you wanted a reading for sure, to get one for sure, you can donate to make sure you get one. But if not, just sit tight, and I may or may not get to you. Try to get to the new people first, and you know, returning people here and there. Okay. Okay. So I see a new person is I am Shamaya Camille. Is that what your name is? I hope that's I'm saying that right, but I see you're new. Shamaya, that's cute. Cool. That's a first, by the way, that I'm saying it correctly. So let's see. You want to know if you and your ex are going to get back together. Let's see. First, we have the Page of Wands, which tells me that there's something that's being rushed, or something that's going to you're trying to jump in too quick. You know, you're taking action too quick without much thinking. It doesn't really seem like you'd have to do much thinking to think like, I want to get back together with my ex. You know, it's like you just know that already, but it's like, it might be a better decision not to just yet. This is something that's too soon, or maybe this is something you're thinking about the relationship in general, went too quick, and now you're having like some regrets, you know? But yeah, because look, 3 of Swords. So you guys broke up. I mean, obviously there's some kind of like heartbreak going on here. You really loved the person. Could be a younger person than you, or maybe this is talking about you're heartbroken. What's your sign? Are you fire? Aries, Leo, Sag. Are you fire? Or is he fire? Whoever the younger person is, are they fire? You said you're Virgo with Sag rising. And you're younger then, is what you're saying? He's Aqua with Leo rising. You guys both have fire rising. You're younger, okay. So, okay. So we're talking about something jumping in too soon. There's heartbreak, but there was also you fell for the person. Obviously, very hard because the Ace of Cups is like all-consuming love. It's not usually like a negative thing. It's just saying here the intensity of the situation, like how much you feel for the person. So, what's happening here? King of Wands, 7 of Swords. There's a break, and yeah, actually. I do see a new beginning. The thing is, I feel like there was, like, if this wasn't, like, a thing where there was a lot of drama or there was a lot of, like, shit going on in this situation to where now, like, a lot of people know about it, or, like, when you go around, like, people just kind of know your story together with him, like, what happened and everything. Like, it was kind of like drama. Like, there's a lot of people that know about it. Or, there's a tension on it for some reason. So it could also mean you have support in your life, or you have people that are supportive of you, like cheering you on. So that's good. It's not, you know, it doesn't feel good when you don't have that, especially in a situation like this. And maybe they have it. It sucks. So, I mean, right now it seems like that's kind of what you're going to have. But here we do have the King of Wands. The reason I say that, yes, you probably will, it's not necessarily that you'll get back together, but it's just that, you know, someone's going to be offering someone a connection because we have the King of Wands, 7 of Swords. So it could have been that somebody, like, did something sneaky or did something that was hidden, did something under your nose. Or maybe you did to them. But it caused this break here, and then we have... But the thing about, okay, the 4 of Swords is that it's a break. It's not an ending. We could have gotten the Death card, and that would have meant it's over. You know, that would have meant... Of course, nothing is, like... Nothing is set in stone. Anything could change any time because we have free will. We can choose to change it if we want, you know, and our feelings change all the time. So it's like, if we would have gotten the Death card, of course it could change, but this is not the Death card. So right now what we see is that this is a break period between you, a rest period. So it's like it could have been the Death card. It wasn't. So it tells me that this isn't something that's over yet completely. And with the Page of Cups, it's something that's like somebody's offering you a connection again. This could be a new connection that they're offering someone else, or you're offering someone else, or you're being offered, or they're being offered, because it would be the beginning stages of a connection. So it's not necessarily, I guess, you, because you guys are not, it's not the early stages again, unless you guys wanted to have like a redo. But I mean, it could be something else. Like, if you know that they're involved with somebody else, it could be them. So let's see, wait, hang on. What's the Page of Cups here for? Because, okay, but it's telling me with the 4 of Swords that it's a break. So why would it be a break if it wasn't going to get back together? Let's see. Tell me about the Page of Cups. What's it representing here? Okay, Aries. King of Wands. Aries. Emperor. So, is there an Aries person involved? Would you say he was Aquarius, huh? Yeah. Wait, you're a Virgo and he's an Aquarius? Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, what are you, do you know your guys' moon signs or Venus or anything? I can't generalize, okay? Because you have to know the aspects and everything too. I'm just curious because Aquarius, I mean, if we're generalizing, it's like they usually don't like to go back on things. And same with Sag, like they're usually, you know, not going to go back to something, but like, you know, there are exceptions obviously. We're people with individual lives. It doesn't matter what our signs are, you know, but like it's just, you know, yeah, I guess I shouldn't even ask then because it's really not a way to look at it. You can't really gauge it just by knowing your signs because signs in different positions and different aspects to different planets are going to be important. So you're a Taurus moon and use a Virgo moon, Libra Venus. Okay. So we have the Tower here. So there could have been an Aries person involved in this situation. Maybe if you know that they're seeing somebody else and they're in Aries, we could be talking about them. But since here, if we're not talking about another person or somebody offering you a connection, right? If we're not talking about another person, then this is kind of like a thing that also with the Tower here, it's like this is okay, so they're offering some new kind of connection here. Maybe this is another chance. They're trying to take responsibility. They're trying to do what they need to do and do the right thing, I guess, you know. Not the right thing for a moral reason, but for a reason of like this is their responsibility to do it. And it's going to shake things. I feel like this could be another person because it's going to shake things. What I mean by that is the Tower here is, these are little cards, so it seems like not a big deal, but it's a huge deal. The Tower is like, things need to change that aren't changing. So if it's them not taking responsibility for something like they need to be doing, like the Emperor does, then that's why the Tower happens. And if it's you, because you're not supposed to get back with this person after what they've done, and you do it anyway, then, you know, because there's changes that need to be made in this situation that aren't being made. So it could be any number of things that need to change for the both of you that aren't going to. And that's why the Tower's there, because it's going to change it for you, you know, because this is, you're veering off from your path now. So it's going to just happen for you because that's what the Tower does. That's what the Tower's for. So it's going to be something, you're going to have to make a lot of changes, and it's going to be uncomfortable. But just try to go with it. Don't resist any changes because it's going to make it so much worse if you do. If it feels uncomfortable, like walk towards that uncomfortability. Do not walk away from it. Do not try to avoid it. Don't try to go over it or around it. You have to go through it. So either way here, I don't really see... I feel like you shouldn't... I feel like... See, there's so many things. And I just don't want to confuse you, but I'm already probably confusing you, but... So basically, I want to get the main message for you is I feel like if you are going to get another chance with the person, I think you should reconsider and not jump into it right away. Like with the Page of Cups, Page of Wands there was your first card. And that's a card of saying like somebody who's rushing things and not really considering it. And it's funny too because your rising signs are both fire. So it's like that's interesting because it's like the rise of your chart, right? So it's like the first part, like your chart ruler. So it's kind of like the early stages, just like a page. But it's like too soon. With fire, it's not thinking first. It's kind of just acting. And that's what's dangerous. Well, not necessarily physically dangerous, but, you know, dangerous for the situation, for your, you know, heart and for your health. So I would just reconsider, you know, don't rush things right now. If he does give you another chance, try to really consider if you want to feel like this again. If you think that that's okay, and if you think you deserve better, whatever you need to do, just really consider it, because I feel like that's going to be something that you shouldn't do. And that's going to be something that causes the Tower to happen too. Because it's a big deal to be with a person and to not be with a person. A breakup and a getting together are two big events. And when those happen, things in your life are going to change. And so if you decide to take that chance again, it's going to change a lot of things. And it's probably not leading you toward the path you're supposed to be on. So that's why the Tower's there. I feel like there is definitely a chance for that to happen. But it's not going to be something, like, you might think that's a good thing now. And either way, you know, it's your life. So this is the route you're going to take. That's what you're going to do. And you can always change it at any time. But it's happening for a reason. So I shouldn't try to not have you go through that. If you're supposed to go through it, you're supposed to go through it. But I'm just saying, you might think it's a good thing now, but it might not be the best thing for you. So just try to reconsider things. You know, try to think before you act. Like, think about it all together. You know, don't just like think this is good for me, I know it. You know, think about maybe it's not, you know. Just think about yourself and what's good for you to know what the best thing is. Of course, that involves what's not good for you, right? So what's not good for you is being hurt by somebody that says they love you or is supposed to. I mean, you know, we're hurt by people, but it's like not, in certain ways it's not okay, you know, and it shouldn't be okay. So, oh, you just sent me 5. Do you have another question? Oh, if he's talking to somebody else. Okay. We can try to look into that. Let's see if he is... Let's see what his love life is right now to see, you know, the best way to look at that. Because I can't really do a yes or no, but let's see what his love life looks like and we'll see what we can find out. What does his love life look like right now? Is he single or is he with somebody else? Or what is the situation here going on with him? What is the situation in his love life right now? Okay. What's the situation in his love life right now? What's the 2 of Cups here for? What's his intention here? What's his intention and what's the actions? What's the like situation going down? Okay, well, I got, did you say you're a Virgo, right? I'm pretty sure you did. So, well, this is good because it's saying, so, okay, there's a younger Earth sign person, Page of Pentacles. That's Earth and younger. And then we have Leo. Also, if it's not representative of a Leo person, then we're talking about strength, right? Because that's the strength card we're talking about, you know, somebody having to like really kind of just lean on their strengths and it's a hard time, okay? So they're going through it and they're trying to do their best. They're trying to just, you know, keep their head focused on their, you know, stability, trying to keep their shit together, trying to be able to take care of themselves. And also they're not stingy and they're not like, they're able to also take care of others. They're also like, they're willing to do that. This kind of is representative of Aquarius in a way because they're supposed to be humanitarian, you know. The way it's described is, you know, they like to help the community at large or the world at large, you know, like not just one person. It's like they're not very like personal, close, but it's like they just want to help make the world a better place. So it's kind of like she has her shit together. She also wants to provide for this bird and help that bird and attend to this garden all around her. So she's like not like just closed off and like greedy and just keeping everything to herself. She's willing to help. And that kind of represents Aquarius too, in a way. And we have the 2 of Cups. So this is kind of what scared me because I thought like, is this a new person like we're asking about? And the good news, well, what I first thought was maybe it's just saying this is what they're looking for is somebody to connect with, or maybe they have connected with someone. And Virgo came out. So that means this is you, unless it's a different Virgo, but I mean, I feel like it's you. And again, with the strength card, it's like they're going through it too. You know, it's not just you. So I think that they feel like you guys still have that connection, but for some reason it's not right now. But maybe they don't think about anyone else but you in that way. Even if they do want to connect with somebody, I don't think there's anyone like in particular that's on their mind or that there is available to them yet, you know? As of right now, it seems like you're that person
who they connected with, and you're still in that slot. So let's see. So yeah, I think there's an opportunity for it, but like I said, I don't know if it's the best thing for your situation. Like, yeah, see? Judgment. It's like, use that. Use your better judgment here. Because even though you're on their mind and you want them, and it seems like they want you, or like you're on their mind in that way, like, or you're still that person in that slot, it doesn't mean it's the best thing for you. For some reason, I just feel like it's something you have to reconsider. Because again, the Tower. Of course, with the Tower, it could just mean this is like a karmic connection, which means basically you're going to learn from it, and it's supposed to happen. Like, even if it's hard, it's meant to happen for many reasons that you're supposed to learn from. We have a lot of karmic connections in our lives, you know, and they're not just romantic, you know, so it's like, that could be what this is. Maybe that's why the Tower's there, because you're supposed to learn from it, and it's something that's going to be life-changing, the connection you guys had together, or maybe will have again, who knows. But, so just, you know, maybe I shouldn't try to take that from you and tell you to not do that, because it happens for a reason, you know. And once you see the Tower, you can't really, like, not... It's not really gonna, like, it's like, it's there, and it's gonna happen, you know? So it's like, you're gonna have to face some shit and make some changes. And it's all happening for a reason, though, so... On the bright side, though, you're that person. Well, it's hard to say, because the outcome here is basically whatever you, like, you know, we have free will, so we can't really just say, like, this is what it's going to be, because you guys could both change that at any time. And also with the Tower there, I feel like a lot of shit is going to change, and so your guys' feelings could change too, like if it gets too hard or something, or maybe you guys will stick it out. But the thing is, with the Tower, it's a very personal journey, and if you go through it, if he goes through it, or both of you, it's still going to be a personal journey. It's still going to be, even if you guys are together or not, it's still going to be something that it's like very intense and life-changing. So if this is a karmic thing, then it's better for you to just go through it. But remember what I said about the Tower, like, I mean, you're not going to be able to have a choice but to go through it. But remember what I said about the Tower is, don't resist any changes. Like, when changes start to take place, try not to resist them, and try not to force anything to happen that isn't already happening, like, smoothly. You know, if it's not happening, just don't push it, you know, because that's, like, you can't just, you're kind of resisting things that are supposed to happen at that point. So, just try to go with it. Try to go with things that are happening, changes that are happening. Even if it's uncomfortable, it's the best thing for you. So, let's see anything else you need to know about that situation, though. I feel like it's maybe karmic, which means it might not last forever. It could, but I mean, that is way down the line that we're looking at. But basically why it's happening, I think it's supposed to. And it's, even if it's hard, it's supposed to happen. You're going to learn from it. Okay. Alright. So this is kind of a good thing. But again, it does, you know, your free will is a huge part of it, okay? Because we have the choice whether or not we want to take responsibility for something in a situation, whatever the situation is. So in this situation, I feel like you will, you know, be able to have that conversation and communicate and collaborate and come back together at some point and be able to discuss things. Now, if somebody wants, if one of you or whoever the person that really needs to, like, take ownership of shit and, like, admit maybe some things, or take responsibility, most importantly, for things, that is going to be the most important thing in this, because if that person can do that, then all is good and all is well. But if not, then you're going to be seeing your security compromised, meaning the security and stability of the relationship. Like, if somebody can take responsibility, I feel like you guys can start fresh and start new. The Ace of Cups is here, so it's like, this is pretty good. I mean, this is like as good as it gets, you know, with the Ten of Cups as well. But Ace of Cups, it's like overflowing. Your cup's overflowing. So it's just, you know, obviously it's great. But the thing is, with the Queen of Pentacles too, this is a stable thing. This is a thing that you guys have the ability to, you know, make it work. And with this Three of Pentacles especially, it's going to be important, like with this Queen of Swords, because it's like taking responsibility is going to be a big part of this collaboration. You guys exchanging ideas together and, like, you know, coming together and trying to cooperate with each other. It's like you have to be able to be open and honest about the things that have happened between you as lovers, you know. So if there's things that you need to take responsibility for, try to do that, you know. Try to face those things and try to hold them accountable for those things too. If it doesn't happen, again, it's going to be up to you what you decide to do with that. If you think that's okay, you'll brush it off, and if not, then you won't. But we do have free will, so we have a choice. That's why it's kind of hard to say what the outcome would be, because you're going to be the one to make that choice, really, ultimately. But I think you guys will have that conversation, and hopefully you'll be able to be open and honest and transparent and give them what they need to know about your guys' situation, and hopefully you'll be able to ask for that, and they'll be able to give that to you in return. It's going to be important for your guys' situation. So if you guys talk and it's not that way, you know, it's not going to be the same, and it probably won't be as good, obviously. It'll be, you know, there's still things unanswered, things unresolved. So hopefully that answered your question. I think it did pretty well. Just trying to explain, like, the free will thing is, like, a big thing, because people want to know things, and it's like, you really do have a lot of choice in it, and so do they. So, just know that. It is a choice. You're just saying that because I said you guys are going to make it back together at some point. Ooh. It's carbonated. Woo! Okay. Okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I try to do that. Sometimes it's a bit excessive, but I try to break things down like that, yeah. Thanks for appreciating that and noticing. Because, yeah, I do that for a reason. Okay. Okay. True Blue. I don't do readings like that. I don't really know. I'm not a medium. Like, I can't really. I mean, I can't communicate with anything that's not like where we're at right now on this on the earth. You know, I can't. I'm not a medium. I can't speak to like spirits and all that. So I see you and I want to address that. If you have a different question though, I can answer that, but I can't do that question. Just because that wouldn't be right for me. I don't do things like that. Carl. I haven't heard that name in a long time. Okay, where did you donate at? Because yeah, where did you donate at? Because I don't see it on Cashapp. It could be PayPal, but I don't have an alert for that either, so let's see. Okay. I don't see it yet. So, just give me a second for it to pop up. Sometimes it takes a second. For some odd reason. Don't know what that is, but just is. So, just give it some time. Because believe it or not, I have had people, gyp me before. This one chick, said she was like, I was giving free readings to certain people that were like here and I was gonna leave, so I was just like, okay, I'll give it to you guys an extended reading for free since I'm leaving early and everything. And this one person was like, oh yeah, that's me. And I was like, well, you have a different username. And they're like, yeah, but that's, I was like, what was your username on the live? And they're like, da-da-da. And I was like, okay, I'll just trust it. And what do you know? The next day the girl was like, I didn't message you. I'm like, wow, that's ate up. But it happens, so. It definitely happens. So, so let's wait for it. Oh yeah, no, Jenna can't see it, but usually it's there, so she's just kind of like thinking it was there, but I don't see it yet. Let's see. And check on your end too, because sometimes it doesn't work. There's, exceptions. Sometimes maybe it didn't send or whatever it is, but sometimes it just takes a second, so just give it a sec. But check it too to make sure, because you never know. Yeah, I'm not seeing it yet, so let's just sit tight and wait for it. But while we're waiting for it, we can move on to someone else for now. Okay. And yeah, okay. Sorry about that. It kind of is weird sometimes. For some reason, I don't know why that is, but it just happens sometimes. It takes a second. It was fun, huh? I like the wheel too. We could do that for a few more. For those of you who haven't seen the wheel before, it's called the Wheel of Names. I don't own it. It's not mine. I didn't make the website or the app. I don't know if there's an app, but I think it's a website though that I use. So Wheel of Names. So whoever still wants a reading, isn't that weird? It's like sometimes we just, is it Mercury retrograde yet? I don't think it is yet, is it? Oh, shit. See, I'm so off with that shit. I don't even know. Probably is, watch. Mercury. I think somebody asked me this last time and I said the same thing. I was like, is it? And then I think it was. Okay, wait. Let's see. Oh, no, it's not. May 29th. May 29th to June 22nd. Okay. January 30th to February 20th. May 29th to June 22nd. September 27th to October 17th. Okay. I'm going to screenshot that. It's important. Okay, so those of you who want a reading, blah, True Blue, True Blue, oh, Baby Blue was the one who said that, oops, okay. Okay, so is it, yeah, I'm guessing that's you, Carl. Yeah, no, I just got it. So, let's do your question. Thank you, by the way. Sorry about all that mix-up and craziness. Just a little delay, but we're good. We're back. We got this now. What's your question? Just go ahead and post. Okay. Okay. Did you post it already? I want to get a romance reading between me and Alex. Kind of worried about her. Okay. So worried about Alex. Let's see what's going on with her. Romance reading between the two of you. You're worried about her. Is that correct? Just trying to get what you were saying. If I have your information that you told me, if I have that correct. Yeah, no, I got a message. It tells me that Charles sent me 5. So I'm pretty sure that's you, right? If not, definitely let me know, but pretty sure that's you. Oh, is the question there? Is that what you're saying? It doesn't say. Any question? Oh, but the question that we're talking about, right? So let me just get it straight though. You want to know about Alex, you're worried about her, you want to know how you guys are doing, or you want to know how she's doing generally, or like what do you mean by romance? Exactly. Like what exactly are you trying to figure out? What are we looking at? Are we looking at how she's doing, or are we looking at how you guys are doing, or how she feels about you currently, or, you know, regarding her situation? Sure is the most annoying right now. You know, a girl named Alex. I'm a bit worried about her. Okay. Okay. tell me about Aries and Charles? What do you see between romance, or between Alex and Charles? Charles and Alex. Okay. Something about somebody having to take responsibility for something. You guys wanted a stable connection, so is there I don't see any problems right now, unless you guys aren't taking responsibility for things, but it seems like you guys are on the track to a stable thing, or you're on the track to creating stability together. She pulls away from me and me when I get involved with bad friends. And I'm worried if that's what's pulling her away, and what can I do about it? Oh. Hi, XYZ. I'm good. How are you? I'm good. Hopefully you're well. So she has bad friends is what you're saying, right? So let's see. Let's see about these friends here. Because to me, I mean, I feel like it seems like you guys are like the early stages of a stable thing, but obviously it's not mature yet. Obviously there's a long way to go, but I mean, it seems like you guys are on the right track for, you know, what people are wanting regarding a stable connection, whatever that is. But, you know, it's Pentacles, so there's stability there. But let's see about these friends. Or let's see about her pulling away. What is this just in your mind? Is it actually happening, and why? Or what is this all about? Okay. So you're waiting for information because you don't know what to do, and that makes sense. All right, so what is her... Okay, and you're feeling neglected. So let's see what we can figure out about this whole thing for her. Is this something that she's doing? Like, why does she do it? Can you tell us about this regarding her pulling away type behavior toward him? Why is this happening? What can you tell us? What do you need us to know about it? Okay. What's the Page of Wands here for? Okay, so she's just the type of person that is not used to having a lot of help. Like, I feel like she's giving, but also she knows that she has to take care of herself. So if you're willing to be that person that kind of helps her, it's like she isn't really gonna readily take that because it's just not something she's used to, and it's not personal. It's kind of like she does not need you,
because she's never needed anyone because she's never had anyone be there for her like that. It's kind of like it's like a defense mechanism, I guess. It's probably when you get too close that she gets uncomfortable. And it's not your fault. It's just... Yeah, and so obviously that's going to change some things. So you're not involved in that scene at all, is what you're saying. And so it's something that really puts a rift between you. Okay. Georgette, I see that. Thank you. We'll get to you after this one, okay? Okay, so, yeah, it seems like it's a thing ingrained in her, and you get close, and that's good because that's kind of what she needs, but it's like she's not comfortable with it. It might not be something you can ever really do anything about. I mean, that's going to have to be her who does it. And unfortunately, sometimes people they don't even know that they do that, you know? Or they blame other people, or they think it's you, you know, or they just don't even see it. They're like, what are you talking about? So, I mean, don't take it personal, but there's not much you can do about that, except be there for her, but that's what you've been. Is it working now? Are we on? Are we on? Okay, cool. Because all I had to do was disconnect my Wi-Fi and reconnect it. I don't know how that worked, and I don't know why I started doing that. I guess a lot of people are live right now. Sometimes that happens. But, yeah, because I'm pretty sure my connection's good. So, sorry about that. Where did you last hear me leave off, Charles? Because I was totally talking, and then I was like, why is there only one person? I was like, okay, whatever. No big deal, like, you know? And then someone was like, it's buffering. I'm like, oh, shit. I saw Jenna say, I'm going to text Katrina. I'm like, well, wait, why would you have to... Yeah. You said not much you can do for her except be there for her, which you have been. Right, so yeah, it's kind of like a thing where like you might not be able to do anything because that's just how some people are. And hopefully she's willing to like see that. Hopefully she already knows and is accepting, like, yeah, I know sometimes I kind of shut off or whatever. She might not be though. Like some people don't even know they do that. And they might be like, okay, no, I don't do that. Like she might literally like fight you on it. Like, I don't do that. You're just thinking that. Like, I don't do that. Like, I don't have any problem connecting with you. And you're like, really? Because I feel like I don't even connect with you ever. Like, but, it's like a personal thing that she's going to have to go through probably a lot of therapy to deal with, really. And there's not much you can do to change that. All you can really do is, like, be there for her. But that's kind of the thing that, like, she needs and that she, like, shies away from. Just because that's how she was brought up and everything. You know, like, she's not used to having, like, whatever role it is that you play in her life, she's not used to having that around, so it's kind of like hard to appreciate it or hard to even like be able to reciprocate or accept that kind of care that you give to her. It's hard to accept and receive it because she doesn't want to trust it and she's not used to it. She doesn't even know how to like receive that, you know? So like it could become a problem for you personally just because of that, because it's a really complex thing. So what I would say is like basically communicate. If she's not willing to do that, it's kind of difficult to like really figure things out when people aren't willing to look into themselves, you know, and you know how that can go. So it's like good luck, because really like there's not much you can do if this is a personal thing. Just how she is kind of like hard to. Hopefully she's willing to open up and talk about it and figure it out herself, because if not, then you're kind of fucked on that. It's just going to be you trying to figure it out on your own, and she doesn't even know it's there or doesn't want to look at it. You can't really do something about something that you're not willing to look at, you know? So, I mean, it's just, like, as simple as that, but as complex as that as well. There's not much you could do. You could just continue to be you, you know? Be there for her. Just don't make it worse by being a person that you can't trust, you know? Don't prove to her that she's right about what she feels and has, you know, that she's right to have all these guards up because you're not really trustworthy in the end of it, you know? Like, just continue to be a person that's reliable. And hopefully eventually she'll be able to, you know, understand that you're there to stay and that she can open up to you and she can like stop pulling or stop being pulled away. It seems like it's not, I mean, I don't see anything about people or friends. Not to say that's not important and not happening, but it doesn't seem relevant to this situation. So maybe you think it's the friends, but really it's not. It's really just her, you know? So I would say just the only thing you can really do is just be you and just, but again, don't be somebody who's like unreliable or don't prove her right about her guards being up. You know, don't be that person that she's trying to guard herself from in the first place. Be that person who's dependable or reliable. And it may be a long time before you actually see improvements in that area. You know, hopefully she's willing to look at it. If not, you're kind of screwed. I mean, because if somebody's not going to look at something, you're kind of like, it's just you, you know? XYZ. Why are you laughing, baby blue? I know, trust me, I know. I don't know what happened. Sometimes that happens when there's a lot of people live, so. I'm guessing that's what it is. I'm not really sure. My connection's good. I don't know. I really don't. It's just kind of weird sometimes. YouTube sucks sometimes. Tyler's Tarot always talks about that. Like, he's like, it's YouTube this time. It's not me. And now I know what he means, because it's like, yeah, it's... Sometimes YouTube just... Shit goes wrong. It's all good now. I would like a love reading. Okay. Just general love. Okay. XYZ wants a general love reading. Let's see what's going on here. General love reading. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I really appreciate that. Join the community. Join us. And don't miss us live, because it's always really fun. And it's not always going to buffer like that. So. Or it might actually, because I have no control over it. But we do what we can. So. We have a nice little lovely community here of people who are always very supportive. So. Join us. But the people that are new, hi. I'm glad you guys are here, and the returning subscribers as well, I'm glad you guys are here, because we couldn't do this without you. So, love reading for XYZ. Let's see here. What is going on with the love life here? What do we need to know for XYZ? What do we need to know? Okay, there's healing, self-reflection. You need to self-reflect and heal first. Is it that you're looking for love and you're recently single, you're newly single and you're looking for love, but you haven't healed yet? Or is it that you are avoiding a painful situation that you need to heal from in a relationship? But if you're able to do that, then the Wheel of Fortune's here, so things should turn around in a good way. But the thing is, been single for a long time. Okay. So maybe it's not best for you to be in a relationship right now. It seems like you already know, by the way, what this is talking about, just because the High Priestess is very intuitive. She knows without being told. So it's kind of like, I feel like you already know what I mean when I say there's, you know, some sadness. There's something that you're going through, or maybe you're avoiding going through. Because with the Hermit here, it's like talking about you are really self-reflecting on some shit. And so that's why I talked about healing. So either this is saying that you need to heal before you should get into a relationship, or before you can, or maybe that's why it hasn't happened, or it's saying like maybe you are ruminating. Maybe you're just thinking about shit too much. Maybe you're isolated too much. You need to get out there, because it's making you really kind of just like, well, suffering basically. Maybe you need to get out of your own head. Usually the Hermit isn't that way. Usually it's like you need to But whichever resonates for you, I feel like, you know, if it's not about you needing to heal from something. But again, you know, if you need to heal from something, it doesn't have to be about love. It could be about something else. And it just affects your whole identity, and that's obviously going to affect your relationships if you do get into one. So maybe you need to heal from things. And Wheel of Fortune, if you're willing to do that, you know, so things will work out if you're willing to self-reflect. And if you feel like you've been doing like a lot of self-reflecting to the point where it's becoming like you're thinking about it too much, then you need to stop doing that and get out more and stop, you know, get out of your own head. You said the only thing that could be is there was a person of interest in communication was a bit weird, strained. Well, it would be something that like really hurt that you're like healing from now, like, or having to. Like, this is healing. Believe it or not, it's not necessarily bad. It feels like shit, but I mean, it's healing. Like, you have to go through that in order to heal, so it's like you can't, if you're avoiding that, then it's like you're not healing, you know? So it might be what's needed right now, even if it's uncomfortable. Yeah, so if it wasn't something like that where you needed to heal from it, then, because you're saying you're done with that, but it's like, if it was it a thing that you really needed to heal from, or was it not? Because if it wasn't, then it's probably not talking about that. You know, we're talking about something that was very hard, you know, very difficult. You cried yourself to sleep about it, you know, if not literally, then, you know, something similar to that. Like, it was just it was a big deal. You know, it was overwhelming and it was sad and you had to go through it. So maybe you're in your own head now about shit. Maybe you need to socialize more. So what is happening in her love life? So I feel like there's still something you're not healed from, though. Look at this. Okay, something that happened to... Okay, look. This could be about something that was from the past, because we're talking about neglect here, or someone who's left out in the cold. This was also, though, a connection that was very strong, and you guys, like, really hit it off. And then it's talking about somebody being left in the cold or being neglected, or, you know, somebody just going through it because the other, like, they were left basically abandoned, or just kind of, like, forgotten about, just kind of ghosted, maybe. But, and it was something that happened really quickly, so it's kind of like something that maybe you have some regrets about now. Maybe this is the thing you were talking about before. Yeah. So, but it was very quick. Yeah, it seems like there's something there then that you're not really looking at. You think it's no big deal, and I'm not trying to make it a big deal if you feel like it's not, but I mean, I'm just saying there's something you're not looking at or addressing, and maybe it does hurt and you just don't want to feel that, or you don't want to think about it like that, but maybe that's what's holding you back here. Let me confirm that. What's holding her back here from being in relationships? What's holding her back here from being in a relationship? What's holding her back from finding a relationship that's fulfilling, or finding a relationship for herself? And you're a bit closed off. So yeah, maybe it is you need to get out there. Basically, I feel like there's things you're not seeing either way, like about yourself, like how you're coming off or appearing to people is closed off and unapproachable, and at the same time, like, you're doing what you want to do, which is a good thing. I would never say don't do that. It's a good thing to be the Queen of Wands, like doing what you need to do for yourself and not caring what anyone else thinks or says. It's like you're just doing what you need to do. That's an admirable trait. Admirable, whatever. But it kind of keeps you isolated. You're not giving or taking any offers here. See this hand? It's trying to give you something and you're just like, no. And it's just like you're kind of being a bit stubborn about it. Like, it's like you don't even need to say, like, some things you can say yes to, you know? I feel like you're kind of closed off, or like you're pushing people away for some reason. Maybe you just don't want to do those things or have those experiences, but it's like there are experiences out there, and there are things that are trying to kind of like get you to come along, but you're just not doing it. You're not taking it. Maybe you don't see it that way, but it seems like there's opportunities around you, and you're just kind of like being closed off, or that's how people are perceiving it. So it's kind of up to you to kind of change that or address that, because people are just thinking you want to be left alone, you know? So, yeah. Okay. there's something here that's saying like it's good, you're like, you know, focused on stability. There is a good head about you on your organization and your stability, but and your security and everything, your balance in that way. You know, you have your shit together, things like that that you're considering and that you're thinking about, but there's like a rest period here, a break period for you. And I think it involves you having to understand that you really, like, the choices you make are everything. Like, it's your life. So with the Two of Swords, it's kind of like you don't see the power that you have within your decisions. Like, you kind of think, like, it doesn't matter anyway. And it isn't true. Like, it totally does. But here it's like you're kind of... You're not thinking things through. Like, even if you're thinking about things, I mean, like when you take action, you're not thinking about things in a way that it really is, like, if that makes sense. It's like you just kind of like quickly have a assumption about things. So that's what I see there. It's like kind of like, it's not maybe quick action, but it's quick to judge, or it's quick to assume, or it's quick to just like see it as a certain thing, and it's not. And so it kind of like taints things for you, and it kind of ruins the experience or the person or whatever it is. But it's kind of like you, I don't want to offend you, but it's, I don't know if it's that you blame people for things, or you see it as like other people's fault about something, or you just have a hard time like accepting that your decisions do matter and they control what happens. Not everything that happens, but it's kind of like things have happened a certain way because of the decisions you made, and I don't know if you're ready to see that, or if you've been able to accept that and not blame everybody else, or blame the other person or whoever in the situation. Okay, so let's see what's coming out for her love life. This is stuff we already know. Well, the High Priestess was there, so maybe it is saying you already know this stuff. Yeah. That's funny. Okay. So why are you telling us this then? Not you, but... So maybe it's just resonating? I don't know. So what do we need to know? Anything new? Maybe they just wanted me to know? I don't know why. So it's kind of confirming that for you? Tell me what we need to know about her love life, or anything new happening here for her love life, or anything coming in. What do we need to, what do we see coming in? I mean, anything you want us to know, but it's like you kind of just told us, but you already know all this. So, I don't know, I feel like there's things, but maybe there's not. Maybe there's nothing and you know everything about it, but I don't know. Wait, so you're wanting this guy to come back, is what you're saying? So there it is. That's exactly what I mean. So you haven't gotten past it yet, then. XYZ. If you're asking that, it's like you're kind of concerned with it still. You're not over it yet. That's not how that works. Okay, that's fair. That's fair to say. That's fair. You got me there. Okay, let's see. So, what's he planning on doing then? What do we see the connection between the both of you? Let's see that. Let's see, by the end of this year, what do we see happening between you guys? Is there an energy between you? Like, what does that look like? What does that look like? Or maybe what are his next actions towards you? You can see both. By the end of the year, what does the energy look like between... Or this would be perfect. This would be perfect for my love deck. My romance deck. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier, about when I use this deck. It's because I'm trying to figure out like what's left in a situation between people. Oh, Vanessa, I do see that. Thank you. Okay, who's Vanessa? But let's look at this really quick. So this is the love or the romance angels oracle, and we're gonna look at it and see if what's between you guys, or what's left in this connection, if anything will rekindle, or what is it at all? Like, what is anything there at all? So by the end of this year, or let's just see at all, will anything, what's happening in this relationship, like what's the energy there, and what do we need to know about the connection, and what is it now? What is left in this connection now? What is left in this connection now between them? What is left in this connection now between them? Okay, I want you to pick a number. A number 1. Hang on a sec. A number 1, 2, or 3. Okay, pick a number 1, 2, or 3. I got 3 piles right here. 3. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Okay. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So I guess when the time is right, don't be afraid to do that. Maybe if they come back around or something. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So here's the thing about this card. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together, right? So what that means is like you manifesting it, basically. So the thing is like you kind of already knowing what it is that it looks like that you're looking for, that it would be, and then it coming to you because you know what it is. Like instead of just going out there and being like, I'll try this person, I'll try that, I don't really know what I'm looking for. Just like, I guess we'll see. Hopefully it ends well, you know, but it's like you notice little things you don't like about them or that you wouldn't really be down for, or something you wouldn't be about, you know, in your own life. So it's like, then you still go for it just for the sake of having a relationship. And it's like, no, you notice these things, you don't go for it, you know, like you see that person isn't for you. You don't have to continue on in a relationship with them just because you're with them already. You know, it's like you're supposed to go towards like what you're about, you know, like, so it seems like you need to kind of like figure out what that is if you don't already know. But if you do know, then just start thinking about that and only taking that. Like, and so when you see this person, if it's not this person, it kind of seems like it's saying that it's this person though, but like, if they're not coming forth and they're not taking action, then I can't see how it would be them. But it says calling in your soulmate because basically when you realize what it is that you're looking for and you want, you manifest it, you know, when you get back out there, you're like, that's not it, that is. And so you go for it because that's the only way it can be kind of brought to your attention is if you know what it is. So, I mean, I think there's a chance for them to come back around. I don't know if like, I hate this card because I don't want you waiting for things like that. But you may end up doing that anyway, so I mean, it's kind of good, I guess, that it's worth waiting for at least. But this is the end of this year. Separation. So, I mean, if you guys do get back, it's not this year, but it is possible. I mean, that's what we see here, but by the end of this year, I mean, the first thing we see is separation, but then worth waiting for, but it's just like, it doesn't mean that it's going to be this year, you know? And again, it is up to you if you want to wait for that or not. It's not like it's your only soulmate in this world. You guys will come back together if you're meant to be, but by the end of this year, no. I don't think so. I think by the end of this year is about separation more. Even if it happened before, it's still happening now. It's still like you guys are still separated now. But like, express your love. It might be a good idea when they come back around if they do. I mean, it's possible for them to. Anything could change at any time. I don't see it happening this year, though. And so, of course, that leaves us up for more possibility for it to change. But, you know, the longer we wait. But it seems like, you know, worth waiting for. That's really, I feel like it's a, I feel like that's subject, like, that's what, if you think it is or not. You know, it's not just like, it is or it isn't. It's like, if you believe that, then okay. If not, then okay. You know, it's worth waiting for if you feel like it is. But if you feel like it's not, then you definitely don't have to listen to the cards and wait around for your whole life for it, because I just am not about telling people to do that, you know? But that's what the cards say, so I mean, do what you're gonna do with it, as I trust you'll do anyway, as everyone does. As I do whenever I get a reading. I just usually do what I was gonna do anyway. I mean, really. Right. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, you should be kind of focused on what it is that you're wanting. Okay. So let's see. I think I had 2, or was it 3, or I think there was a person before that person. Hang on a second. Yeah. Georgette and Lesego and Vanessa. So let's go with Georgette first. And then, hang on a second. Okay. Is Georgette still here? Just hang on a second, Lesego, because there's one more person before you. Unless they're not here, but is Georgette here? I have Georgette, Lesego, and Vanessa. So if Georgette isn't here, then you can post your question. I mean, you can post it anyway. It's just that I might ask again later, because there's a certain point in time when I might not be able to, like, I won't be able to see it anymore because the chat will have been going. Okay, here is Georgette still here? Because she was the one who donated first. I think I'm gonna migrate you guys into the other room, and because my thing's about to die and I gotta move it so I can put it in the charger. So let me just move you over here and sit tight. I'll be 2 seconds, okay?